welcome back for another video. I'm so excited to be filming today's video because it is all about the upgrades that I've made throughout my life. See, one of the most beautiful things about life, you can truly tailor it to your liking. You can incorporate spiritual practices, shift your mindset, and create a life that feels aligned with your goals and desires. And for me personally, this past year has been about simplifying my life, adding more luxury, and ensuring that every step that I take moves me closer to my dreams. I want to share specific changes that I have made, big and small, that have made a major impact on my overall well-being. So we'll be covering everything from career and mind shifts to love and self-growth. If that sounds something you're interested in, then keep on watching. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. My name is Mar, and I love to talk about women empowerment, self-care, self-love, and all things glow up. If that resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here again. Let's continue to elevate together. Now let's dive in how I transformed my life over the past year. The first upgrade was major for me, and I really embraced it over the past year, getting closer to my version of luxury. I want you to understand that upgrading your life is about making changes that work for you, finding peace, balance, simplicity, and whatever luxury means in your world. So luxury can look like this, or it can look like this for you, or it can look like this, or it can look like this. For me, I had to redefine what luxury looked like in my life, and it wasn't about material things. It was about my time, my peace, friendships, my routines, and even how I approach dating while being a parent. So society pushes this idea that luxury is about materialism and overconsumption, and it is not. True luxury can be found in how you spend your time, the hobbies, what brings you joy, and the ways that you choose to rest and reset. In my early years, in my early 20s, I was living through the lens of others, seeing what inspired me, only to realize that at the end of the day, it really wasn't for me. And that's okay. That is the beauty of adulthood, discovering what genuinely aligns with you. Sometimes we think a certain lifestyle is what we want, and when it doesn't, we feel pressured to continue that lifestyle, pretending that it does fit for us. Part of growing up is allowing yourself to pivot. So what does luxury look like for me? It's having my days flow, exercising, calling my siblings, checking in if they're okay, resting, spending time with my daughter, healthy eating habits, maintaining a peaceful environment. I find so much luxury in peace. I don't want chaos. I don't want drama, stress in my space. I prioritize things that bring out the soft, feminine, and fulfilling life that I desire. So luxury can be in redesigning your home and organizing your home, fine dining with loved ones, which doesn't have to be stepping outside. You can have a luxury dinner at home by creating a luxury dinner at home. Having solo dates, even after becoming a mother, solo dates are very important. Intentional rest days, and even self-care routines. One of my absolute favorite times is having my manifesting journaling time block. I make them feel like a full luxury experience. I put on some cozy pajamas that make me feel luscious and luxurious. I either pour myself a mocktail or I make myself a really good tea, and I spend time visualizing and planning for my next season. That to me is luxury. Of course, I like indulging into small material pleasures like getting my nails done, getting a facial, getting my hair done, and investing in my self-care. But at the end of the day, it's about balance between external luxuries and internal luxuries. That makes all the difference. The second is prioritizing my fitness and wellness, and this has completely changed over the years, even my early 20s all the way to my late 20s and then into my early 30s as I became a mother. This has completely transformed my life. Learning to prioritize wellness in a way that keeps me inspired. One of my biggest fears when starting my fitness journey is falling into old habits, getting bored. So to prevent that, I switch up my routine and my environment, and it does make all the difference. For example, on Mondays, I could be doing yoga. On Tuesday, I'll do a combination of dancing and Pilates. So doing this type of approach keeps things fresh, keeps things exciting, and aligned with that season in my life. In my early 20s, tennis was all I wanted to do. And then my late 20s, I wanted to do mostly heavy lifting. Now that I'm a mother, I like to do more soft fitness and exercise. And for me, Pilates and yoga and dancing is what kind of puts me in that feminine mode. Another aspect that I love, little joys that come with changing up my routine, like switching out my workout outfits. So when I'm doing Pilates, I have a certain outfit that I like to put together. And then if I'm doing yoga, I like to change up the environment, make it feel like fresh. Doing these small details really enhances it in not getting so bored in doing my wellness and fitness and not making it feel like a chore. By keeping my wellness journey flexible, I no longer fear in falling back into old habits. And this mindset shift has really helped me be committed to my health and also making my fitness feel like a form of self-care rather than an obligation. Next was changing the way I spent my money and micromanaging my finances in a way that truly served me. I decided to make a major decision in lowering my cost of living and spending so I could spend more money freely on experiences rather than just existing. Previously, I was spending money on purchasing large furniture pieces, new furniture pieces, which then I decided to look into antiques and what you would say used items. And the gems that you can find on Facebook Marketplace is crazy. And not only did that ease my stress, as someone who likes to change her space a lot, it kind of opened up this new world for me, because a lot of the furniture pieces that you can find there, you just gotta like fix them up a little bit and make them look a certain way. And then now, even when I do get people that come over, they do ask like, oh, where did you get that? And then I tell them like, oh, I just purchased it off Facebook Marketplace and I just fixed it up here and there, and now it looks like a high-end piece. And with that, it frees up money for me to be able to invest it in other places, like investing it in portfolios, investing it in other things that genuinely enhance my life, travel, self-care, home, and personal development. And since making this shift, my mental and emotional well-being has significantly improved, because I get to have both urge of wanting to redesign my spaces, but without having to break the bank. And this has put me in a much better position overall. So if this situation resonates with you, I encourage you to evaluate how you spend your money. Like, are you constantly doing takeout, splurging on things that you don't really need or add value to your life? Small shifts in your spending habits can create a massive upgrade in your overall quality of life. So for me, it is investing with intentionality rather than impulse purchasing. This has made me feel more mature, secure, and aligned with my goals. I don't buy things just to buy things anymore. If there is something that I like when it comes to me and redesigning my spaces, and if I see something that I like that is now more on the high-end side, I try to figure out a way in how I can do this in a way where I would not have to spend so much. So maybe it's an item that I can probably find on Facebook Marketplace, like I said, and then maybe try to figure out how to transform and be creative with redesigning that small piece and making it and look to the space that I want. Every purchase is a decision with my future in mind. And beyond finances, sometimes upgrading your life means upgrading your environment. So if you do feel stuck or uninspired or unfulfilled, it may not be your life. It may be that you just need to like redesign your space, because that is what I like to do. I like to redesign my space a lot. Or it could also mean that you want to move to a new location, maybe moving to a completely different state. I have lived in New York, I have lived in Iowa, and I currently live in California. So for me, right now, my location is fine, but I do like to rearrange my space a lot, and doing it in a way where I am not overspending on very expensive big ticket items. I try to find something that works for me, and it kind of still gives me that itch of redesigning my space without spending so much. So one major realization I had was that my environment plays a huge role in my overall well-being. Sometimes it's not just about life itself, it's about where you live, the people around you, the energy that you're surrounding yourself with. If you feel uninspired or creatively blocked, it could be that your current environment is not serving you at all. So for me, I decided to make the change when a few years back, I was in my early 20s, New York City was not the place for me anymore. I decided to go to a different state. And sometimes that is just what you need to do and take that leap. But by restructuring my living situation, I reduced my cost of living and maximized my space. So this shift has allowed me to spend more freely on things that truly do matter for me. And as a result, I ended up saving and having more money available. So it did create a really good domino domino effect for me that has led me to a place of financial freedom, self-assurance, and happiness in my decisions. Upgrading my life also meant redefining my friendships. I made a conscious effort to surround myself with more women who are aligned with my values, while also prioritizing friendship that feels easy, balanced, and reciprocal. I realized that having low maintenance friendships, those who don't require constant attention, but still hold space for a deep, meaningful connection, that was a game changer for me. This doesn't mean neglecting your friendships. It's about fostering friendships that don't feel draining or forced. I have a small group of diverse friends, and I'm grateful for every single connection that I have made over my lifetime. I do believe in continuously meeting new people and evolving through friendships and letting go of friendships, especially now as a mother. However, I also understand that friendships should enhance your life, not overwhelm it or make you feel guilty. So by surrounding myself with women who have their own fulfillment, their lives, their careers, their relationships, and personal ambitions, I have been able to create a dynamic where we uplift one another when we do meet up without the unrealistic expectations. So when we do come together for dinner, for lunch, it's intentional, it's special, we connect, filled with quality time. We check in, we support each other, we congratulate each other for our fulfillments and desires, and make memories without the constant pressure or constant communication. Next, we have prioritizing mental and emotional well-being. This one is major for me, and it has been a significant upgrade in my life. So while I've always been an advocate for mental wellness, I wanted to hold myself even more accountable, especially in moments of stress, frustration, and emotional triggers. And over the years, I've learned to recognize when I need to step back, when I need to rest, and when to protect my peace. And a big part of that is about maintaining discipline in my routines, because I understand the domino effect of neglecting them. So if my home becomes too cluttered, I subconsciously start to feel overwhelmed, which can lead to stress or even depression. So I make an effort to constantly keep myself organized, that being my home, my schedule, and that is by maintaining a structured yet flexible routine. I allow myself with grace to reset and rest when needed. I also like to surround myself with people who bring light into my life. I don't care if they're family, friends, or acquaintances. If someone is constantly draining my energy or disrupting my peace, I just completely distance myself and limit my energy if I do have to be in the same presence as this person. That includes removing myself from friendships or relationships that aren't good for me. So if you're doing all the things that you need to do, which is going to the gym, nurturing positive friendships, loving yourself, but still engaging with people who don't align with your growth, you're sabotaging your progress. So learning to walk away early is a form of self-respect. And a part of my mental and emotional well-being is meditating, praying, consuming uplifting content and music that keeps me centered. And these practices help me maintain clarity, emotional balance, and a strong sense of self. Now the next one is a deep commitment to self. I shifted my mindset from simply striving for discipline to embracing a deeper commitment to self. So my word for last year was peace. I didn't want to be in a constant hustle, being in my growth era, while also granting myself the grace to be present in the journey. True commitment to self is about balance. I focus on these key pillars: acceptance, happiness, and success. I accept my life for what it is. Am I truly happy doing this? Am I pursuing the version of success that aligns with my goals? Success is necessary for a fulfilling life, and I've come to terms with the fact that it requires both effort and strategy. I've learned to navigate my days with intention. On high energy, productive days, I maximize my output, and on low energy days, I allow myself to slow down without the guilt. This self-awareness has helped me stay consistent without burning out. I also make sure to get organized. So whether that is writing down my goals, writing down the things that need to get done, creating a vision board, planning ahead, or structuring my schedule at the beginning of the week. Because knowing myself means knowing how to set myself up for success. At the end of the day, upgrading your life isn't about perfection. It's about knowing yourself, making intentional choices, and continuously evolving in a way that aligns with your true desires. If you want to upgrade your life, you need to invest in your mind. That means reading, listening to positive, insightful content that expands your perspective and helps you grow. So for me, continuously learning is a priority. I believe in becoming wiser with age, evolving, and always remaining a student in life. So surrounding yourself with knowledge knowledge, whether that's through books, courses, seminars, podcasts. It keeps you grounded and inspired and intellectually engaged. And it also strengthens your comprehension skills. Many people listen, but not everyone comprehends. So learning to truly understand rather than just hearing can change your process information, reducing unnecessary emotional triggers and helping you navigate life with clarity. Before doing my inner work, I used to internalize statements that felt too familiar, perceiving them as personal attacks. But once I honored my comprehension skills and did the inner work, I realized that everything didn't need to be taken too personal. Reading and listening to meaningful content has been a game changer. Changes in how I interpret, react, and grow. I also want to emphasize that reading is a luxury hobby, one that actually refines you. And if reading traditionally is challenging for you, audiobooks are a good alternative. Books are not just a way for me to expand my knowledge, but also a form of stress relief. They help me unwind, reset, and ground myself, especially at night when my mind is overstimulated. Now, relationship foundations. To upgrade your life, you don't need to change yourself. You need to change your mindset about being disrespected. Many people stay in situations out of attachment, hope, or fear of letting go. But true growth comes from when knowing to walk away. I've always been an advocate for true foundation relationships. I find it fun and insightful. However, I'm also mindful of when to take a step back. Whether you're single, dating, or married, you want to make sure that there is a good relationship foundation. So I ensure that I'm accepting only fulfilling and respectful experiences. Being in a relationship or dating should add excitement to your life, not drain it. So this means understanding that people should meet you at the level you meet yourself. If I treat myself well, nurturing my mind, body, and soul, why would I accept anything less from a partner? The reality is that when people see how you carry yourself, they instinctively know how to treat you. You don't need to demand respect. It should be evident in your presence. However, if you are not being valued, you need to leave. I've learned to be humble enough that I am not for everyone, and that's okay. But I also know when to discern that a situation no longer serves me, and have the strength to walk away. Holding on to something that isn't for you only prolongs the suffering. So no matter what the situation, even bad experiences that I have had in the past have given me clarity on what I want and what I no longer tolerate. Because every experience, good or bad, has shaped my understanding of love, boundaries, and self-respect. So if you're looking to upgrade your life, remember this: don't be in a relationship if you are just there for comfort. Leave when it's necessary. The more you prioritize yourself, the more you'll attract the right energy into your life. And these are the upgrades that have transformed my life, bringing me joy, elegance, and alignment with the woman that I want to be. I hope these insights inspired you to make the shift in your own life. Let me know your thoughts below, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!